Hey there, I'm Mike Groticelli, editor of HDCameraGuide.com. Here today with Ronny Van Geel. He's product marketing manager for cameras for Grass Valley. Ronny, you've got a great exhibit this year. One of the things I'm really excited about is the 3D exhibit with the LDK 8000 cameras, which are Grass Valley's one of the most popular HD cameras. Without modification, they're being used in 3D productions. Explain that a little bit.
Correct. So the LDK 8000 Elite series is perfectly suited for 3D production.
Without modification?
Without any modification. Okay. Because inside the camera head itself, we can flip and rotate the image. So that means that if you're using the camera together with a mirror rig, you can just correct for the mirror effect inside the camera head without adding any boxes or delay or anything in the camera.
Very nice.
So it comes free of charge with the camera. That's not all. In addition to that, of course, always with 3D productions, you need to shade two cameras. And you need to make sure they're completely in sync. So the other thing we've added to the cameras is in the control panel a special mode, which is called the 3D OCP mode, where you can shade two cameras at the same time.
Yes.
So basically you use all the equipment you already have, you use the cameras you already have, you use the control panels you already have, upgrade them with the free of charge software, and you can just do your complete 3D production with the equipment you have today.
Very nice, very nice. Has anything been done as far as the LDK now series? There's actually been slight improvements in the camera itself, is that correct? Different features.
Correct, so we've upgraded the complete line of cameras.
Yes.
If you look at the mid segment, the LDK 3000, we've added 30 dB gain to it, so there was a lot of requests for that, for a lot of applications. In addition, also the horizontal flip is added there, so also if you do 3D productions in the mid segment of the range, you get the flip free of charge. It also works with the C2IP panels, so also there the shading etc. comes free of charge with it. The other thing we did, we introduced this NAB, a very nice 7-inch flat panel viewfinder.
Oh really?
And one of the very neat features is that you can change the color temperature of the panel itself. So a lot of cameramen are distracted the first time they use a color viewfinder because they think the impression of the color on the screen is different from what they see themselves. So you can adjust the color temperature of just the display and match it to the environment. So if they look around, it looks natural to them.
Nice.
That's really cool.
And that's an LCD display.
Correct.
And how does that do in sunlight and bright environments?
It's doing perfect.
Yes?
It's a very low latency panel. It's very high contrast. It's perfect.
Great. One of the kind of noteworthy things about the LDK series is the way it manages pixels, right? It's called dynamic pixel management. Talk a little bit about that.
Correct. So we have our in-house developed imagers. We got two of them. We got the Zentium CMOS imager, as used in 3000 and in the Infinity, of course.
Yes.
And the other thing we have, of course, is the very exciting HDDPM plus CCD imager. It's Emmy awarded, so it's really recognized in the branch. And what we do is natively switch between 720p and 1080i or P acquisition without scaling or cutting away part of the image. It's natively switching between the two video modes.
Great, great. And these again are all 2/3 inch cameras, right?
Yes.
It's interesting that Grass Valley is one of the few companies, actually probably the only company that's not doing a 1/3 inch camera or half-inch camera. Why is that?
Quality. So the real reason is that our customers really want pristine picture quality. Everybody loves the LDK look that we produce, and people use it very often to also take out the back by means of chroma keying. And the only real proper way to do it is have 3 full frame images in one camera. So that's why we don't tamper with the images. We only go for the best quality.
Great. One exciting thing about what Grass Valley's done actually is they actually have a tight integration between the cameras and the production switches for production crews. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so also this NAB we introduced the LDK Connect server, which is a gateway between the C2IP control network that we have for the cameras and the rest of the world. So it translates the C2IP messages into XML, which is supported by the whole world.
It's universal.
Yes, and what we did in the Cayenne is we integrated that in the switcher as well. So from the switcher you can now do basic painting and shading of the camera, but also you can recall scene files. So it's very easy if the director needs to go to a different part of the program, he just recalls a scene file that has been pre-programmed, and you can just automate everything. The other thing is that also the tele signal now is completely integrated over Ethernet. So we got a tele system without any GPI contacts. It's really new in the business.
And is that something directors want to do? They want to actually control cameras? That's usually an engineer's job, is it not?
Correct. So there's always one stage during setup when they say, oh, I want to know for sure this is camera 2 or camera 4. And especially there is where you see it. And of course the other thing is the automation of programs. So when you want to recall a scene because you want a special look for a certain part of the program, you just can recall it right from the desk.
Nice.
So the director says, recall that, and you can run it.
And is that making productions more efficient, would you say?
It is, and it also makes it very much more integrated and very much more visible to the director that he's doing the right things.
And he probably feels good that he has more control, right?
I think that's always the case.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Good.
Correct.
Another camera I want to talk about a little bit is the LDK 8300, which is a slow motion camera, 3 times slow-mo, which has been used on virtually everything from the Olympics to Super Bowl to all kinds of different things. And any kind of new things there?
Yeah, so the LDK 8300 of course uses the same images as the LDK 8000 Elite series.
Okay.
We do the native acquisition full frame again.
Right.
And one of the very nice things is that we have this Light algorithm in it. So it can compensate for any artificial lighting conditions.
Okay.
And that really is exciting because we see new places where the super slow-mo is now used.
Yes.
In all the entertainment business, etc. In the live staging, in the concert registration.
Yep.
So we see now very much indoor venues where the super slow motion now also is used.
Really?
And in addition, we have a very tight integration with the dyno system. So we have a very, very tight integration throughout the whole Grass Valley line. And that's one of the key messages this NAB. It's about integration, being there for the customer, and 3D doesn't have to be scary.
Great, great. And the good thing about the LDK 8300, by the way, is it can also be used as an 8000, right? A straight HD camera as one time?
LDK 8300 can be switchable between 1 speed, 2 speed, and 3 speed in 720p and 1080i in 50 and 60 hertz. So
nice.
It's all round.
Nice. So, for, looking forward for Grass Valley, any kind of future hints you can give us, things we're going to see coming down the pike?
Yeah, it's a very important hint. Come back next year.
Things like 24p, for instance, product control?
Oh, so we do 24p today. So 24p is in the LDK 8000 Elite World Cam as well.
Oh, great.
And also we do PSF, so a number of...
That's for like film type productions? What's
Correct.
That for? Yeah.
Correct, so it's often used in productions where they want this filmic look in shows.
Yes.
Then they do the PSF mode and you get the filmy look inside normal broadcast television. And it's very highly appreciated.
Great. And I would say that the best thing that customers like about the LDK series is the look, right? They talk about the natural look, the natural color look. I mean, it seems like people keep coming back for that reason.
Correct. We are renowned for the LDK look.
Yes.
And we also say we can downgrade it to the look of other manufacturers, but we prefer the LDK look, and so do many, many customers.
I agree. Thank you, Ronny.
Thank you so much. Have a great NAB.
Have a good.
Okay.